October 8th, 1:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 6. Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, first game. Thank you Capcom Creators for the code. Still getting over this stupid sickness, whatever it was. Let's go. Okay, so where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Huh? Oh, well then, who was he? Well, he was actually doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? Yes, her father. I know, it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent for making forgeries? Or how should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. Anything? Father was so proud, and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those forgeries. I never had a good constitution or personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, father is... Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. So you were already you're already creating your works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the stamp was poison, that was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Right. How the time. Wait, Vera! Just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. I see. Mr. Justice? Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father? He was gathering information. All about the Rights and Co-Law offices. But lately we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Yeah, when father heard you had resumed the legal business. How pleased he was. Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Misham forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. Oh, it's hard! Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting, but remarkably similar one? Yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it. So she was the one who made the forgeries? Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. The world at large, he was the forger, not her. I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information about, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah? Yes, it was in the desk drawer. Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. Step 1. Water. Step 2. The red envelope. I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work that was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. And not that the witness realizes it. Very well, please begin the cross-examination. Right, okay. Need more information about this forger. This Drew Masham. Alright, we're gonna press on everything like we always do. So these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too. Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work? My first painting sold when I was 12. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. Objection! Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father. Alright. Envelope came after my first work. That was the other thing. By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. For instance, letters of someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter. None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And the $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Masham. A new industry? The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh. No deal, all of it. So you didn't know how the things you were making were being used. I enjoy painting very much. I think I understand that the Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world. Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope? Father signed them and sent them back, I believe. Did he follow the instructions? Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp. This is a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought. You see the stamp was in that envelope. What do you mean you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison. On the back. Atroquinine. Objection! A moment there, forehead. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Forlane Vera, why did you receive the stamp? Is something wrong? It was beautiful. Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps? Yes, I think it was. So, you didn't know about the poison? I guess not. So the trap failed by chance. By mistake. Thanks to this commemorative stamp. Quite the close call. After that job, we moved to the current studio. You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. This single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Michon wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large. When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work. So that was the real essence of the artist, Drew Michon. He did the work and he supplied the face. So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in. Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp. Could you tell us more about it? It was very pretty, and more than that, yes, it was a picture of people I liked at the time. Is this something new? Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Forlane. The stamp was a picture of my favorite... The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians? So I kept it. Magicians? I love mysterious things. I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat. You're confusing mysterious with freaky. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See? Isn't magic great? Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited. But the magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad. Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe? Where have I heard that before? The red envelope came after she completed her first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted the forgery made. Apollo! We're close. We just have to piece together the parts. Ugh. Still sick. Getting there, but... A deadly weapon in the red envelope. And the path it took to take through Micham's life. That was my favorite magicians. What if I have the envelope from Gramarye. What if I do the magic Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch? Apollo! They're not a bunch! I see. Still, I have to wonder why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter. Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat Troop Gramarye. But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin? Grammary? What's with Gavin? Might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Please tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask why? No! Answer the question now! Eek! Prosecutor Gavin! You're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, it is unbecoming of me. I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. It was a handwritten book, like a diary. No, I don't know. What's wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Miss Bishop, this book. Was there a picture of a still cat on the back cover? Yes or no? How did you know? Objection! Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. He's told you nothing, has he? You're soiled, Sully the Mentor. Nothing. Sully who? Phoenix, right. Who else? Daddy? He never told you about the trial 7 years ago. About how he came to lose his attorney's badge. It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know? A certain diary. On the back it bore the mark of a still cat. What? Phoenix Wright tossed out of the profession by false evidence? And the forger who made that evidence. Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in the trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? Make so much more sense if I fully played the Phoenix Wright trilogy. Anyway, we only met once. You met the client? Well, who was it? It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again. Yes, what? Is there something about me? I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book, the diary. Who was it? Vera! I'm in Vera Misham, condition, unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis, acute atroquinine poisoning. It sends a recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at first glance. Until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. And that is where we must go. To find the whole truth. What do you mean too many continue? We just started! Do we go short video? Do we go cliffhanger? We go cliffhanger. We go cliffhanger. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Capcom Creators, for the code. Nothing wrong with a short video now and then, especially when these keep being an hour long. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing if you really enjoyed it. Consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps with keeping content like this and more. Found links for that in the description below, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!